If you watch drag, queer performance or theatre, you will often hear the word camp used to describe the style, and many people assume camp simply means comedy, something silly, over the top or ridiculous. But if you understand queer culture, drag performance and theatre history, you know something important. Camp is not just humour. Camp is a cultural language, and that language has a long intellectual history. Hello, my dears. Welcome back to my court. If you're new here, I'm King Key. We talk drag, queer life, culture, politics, and everything society gets dramatically wrong about it, and we do it without apology. In 1964, writer Susan Sontag published an essay called Notes on Camp, which became one of the most influential attempts to explain this strange aesthetic. Sontag described camp as a love of exaggeration, artifice, theatricality, and stylization. Camp celebrates the dramatic, the artificial, and the spectacular. But more importantly, camp recognizes that performance itself can reveal the absurdity of the systems that surround us. Now, look at theatre. For centuries, theatre has used exaggeration to expose social rules. A pompous king, a melodramatic villain, an overly romantic hero. By exaggerating these characters, theatre makes the audience see the mechanics behind power and authority. Camp works in a similar way. It exaggerates style until the rules become visible. Too glamorous, too dramatic, too theatrical. The performance becomes a mirror reflecting the systems it is playing with. Now, let's look at drag. Drag is one of the most recognizable forms of camp performance in modern culture. A glamorous diva with impossible proportions, a hypermasculine king swaggering across the stage, a ridiculous parody of fluidity, ego, power, or sexuality. Drag performers exaggerate gender so dramatically that the audience begins to see gender itself as theatre. And that is the difference between camp and simple comedy. Comedy focuses on laughter. Camp focuses on recognition. Comedy tells a joke, whereas camp reveals the performance hiding inside everyday life. When a drag performer delivers a line with exaggerated glamour or theatrical arrogance, the audience laughs. But the laugh comes with a secondary realization. These roles we take seriously in the real world are often just as exaggerated. Camp exposes that. It turns seriousness into spectacle. And that is why camp has always been part of queer culture, because queer people have long lived outside the rules of gender and social expectations. Camp allows those rules to be exaggerated, parodied, and transformed into art. So yes, camp can be funny, but humor is not the entire point. Comedy makes people laugh. Camp makes people recognize the absurdity of power. And if you made it this far in the video, well done you. Welcome to the court. Go ahead and share this video. Smash that follow or subscribe button. And remember, my dear, once a jewel, always a jewel.